G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. Bit of a windy day, but it's repotting time at this time of year. I've got another very large trident maple here. Now, this tree I definitely haven't repotted last year. Unlike the other tree I just previously did, I thought I'd repotted it. This tree I definitely did not repot last year. Probably can tell from all the weeds that are growing on the top and the moss that's growing on the trunk. And you can notice the legginess of the branches here. Now I am trying to, it is a decent sized trunk, I mean, so that's really quite big. Once I clean this up and I'll show you what the barry looks like and how wide it is, you'll see what I mean. But this tree I have been trying to be a bit more natural looking style rather than a triangular shape, but it's really difficult. It's been difficult to try and achieve it. It hasn't pushed as much growth as I wanted. I don't know why, I'm not 100% sure why. I do feed it, do everything with it, but I'm just not sure why. So I'm trying to see what happens. I'm just peeling, there's old bark that comes up. There's old bark that you can just peel off and you reveal that nice hue of brown, light brown. It looks really nice, that's all I'm doing at the moment. But I want to show you what this tree really looks like. Hasn't been repotted in 2 years. And I want to get it out of the pot and see what the roots look like. I need to give this all a bit of a trim back. It is getting too leggy, but that's just a simple clip, cut it all off, cut the main bits off. I don't really wire this tree at the moment, but maybe I will in the future. I am just trying to develop as much branching as I can, very natural looking branching. But it definitely, I'm trying to do more clip and grow this tree. Wiring, I don't know about wiring on this tree. It doesn't really work as well as I expected. It seems a bit brittle, the branches on this tree. But in any case, this is going to be a bit of a test because I know this has got a bit of a lip. This pot, see how it digs in, it comes in. It's going to be a little bit tricky getting this tree out of the pot, I think. But we'll give it a go. All right, so I might have to cut away occasionally because it might be boring. But I'm just cutting away the wire first. I'll make sure that I've got, yeah, it's only got one wire in there. That's all right, it should come out. But I'm well, maybe it will come out. Oh, maybe not. It's coming. Maybe I'm mistaken. All right. Just going to grab my tray so it doesn't make a mess. Put in the pot aside. There we go. Well, didn't need to do that after all. Nice, massive roots. Pretty good. I mean, I think I'm happy with the fact that probably only needs to be repotted every 2 years. So that's a good sign of root mass. It's pretty solid underneath. So I might have to just saw it right off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all this up and I'll come back and show you how it looks. The wind's getting too much, but I'll come back and show you. I'll clean up the trunk, clean up the moss, and I'll really show you what the root structure looks like. I want to see it myself as well. But this is the time to do it. This is the time you want to have a look at that root structure, look at the barry. Is it working really well? Clean up the moss so you can actually see the trunk better. And we'll be back in an instant for you guys, but it'll be probably about 20 minutes work for me. Alright everyone, it took me a bit longer than expected, but there's the base front. That's what it looks like. It's pretty intense, pretty big. That is a little bit large, but it's starting to really fill out nicely. You see how the roots spread. It's doing really well. Give it more time, it's going to have a huge nabari. And you see, the more I clean it up, the better it looks. It was a bit buried before. Now I can slowly expose it, so I'll probably plant it a little higher in the pot just to show it off a bit more. And you see how nice the orangey bark, that when you flake off the old bark, the orange bark comes through. Looks really nice too. Anyway, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of weeds that were growing through, so this was a good chance to pull those out. Try and clean up as much as you can and then get stuck into it. I'm just going to get my pot ready, which I have done. Working big trees, it's getting a little difficult. It's alright. So we mounted it up as always. spin the tree to me. I've got 2 wires. I'll tie it at the back because I prefer obviously not see the wires. Now I'm going to turn the tree to me. Now let's try and get this angle right and the nabari exposed. So I don't want to go too deep. I want to try and leave it up higher. I think that looks good. I'm just doing a bit more to this side because I like this branch coming this way. So the tree's not directly centre, it's just slightly off. That's a nice position. I'm just going to tie the tree in. Keep saying it's the same process over and over again, and you can see all the repotting videos I'm doing, they're pretty much exactly the same. Especially, I mean, for the maples anyway, where we wash the roots, try and clean up as much as we can, tie the tree in, you know, same process. Make sure the angle's right, make sure it comes forward a little, make sure, you know, all those little things that you just want to look for. It's like a checklist. It's like a checklist of what you want to do. So put it slightly more this way because of this branch. I want to fill this canopy up. So, I mean, I'm trying to pull it back, but it's a very large tree, deceptively large, especially the base. I want a nice big canopy, you know, big full canopy like a deciduous tree. And that's the goal I'm trying to get to. Right, so now it's pretty easy. Now we just fill it up with soil. I do a quick rough one, and then work it with the chopsticks, and then come back and do a fill up. You know, just fill up the sections. That's a quick one. Usually I can just use my fingers and work this in. It's actually pretty easy, this one, because it's quite big. Use your fingers because they're the best chopsticks at the moment. Good chopsticks in a way. They really get in there. Again, this tree has a lot of potential, I think. It's starting to really come along. This nabari is coming along really well too. Chopstick now. Once I give this a wash, once I give this water in, you'll see how I've exposed this nabari now better. I'm hoping that continues to enhance and get better and better. So a bit more work to do, but we'll come back and see the final product. But you can see just chopsticks, my fingers, working the soil in. Give it a little, I like to do that occasionally, just settles all the soil as well and helps. Then I'll come back and show you the final product. See you guys. So hopefully you can see the nice nabari over there now. That little root is popping up, so I might wire that down. There you go. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.